Let me pull up my computer here. I had the list of some of the names and stuff like that, man. And in terms of guys that are upcoming free agents, it's a good little list right here. You got Kenyon Drake. Obviously, you got Todd Gurley, who'll be a free agent. Mark Ingram, who obviously was released earlier this offseason. Still very viable, can come and compete. He's 32 years old. I didn't realize Gurley and Kenyon Drake are only 27. You got Tevin Coleman.
Gurley didn't have a bad year.
No, he didn't. In fact, I think it helped him out because a lot of the questions were surrounding his knee and if he could maintain that role. And he definitely showed up in a big way down there in Atlanta. Matt Breida, the running back that used to be in San Fran. Yep, he's going to be available. He's down in Miami right now. Obviously, you got Carlos Hyde, Leonard Fournette. He's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, he played for 2 this year, but the running back market still isn't crazy. So 6, 7, where we're looking at with him. He might tell me back. He's a 10 guy. He's definitely not a $10 million guy right now.
He might want to run it back in Tampa.
He might.
That's how a lot of them are talking right now.
But they should be right now.
Yeah, I guess.
It's literally, 4 days removed? Like, what are we talking about here? You asked Levante David. Levante said yesterday, man, I want to stay in Tampa the rest of my life. No, you don't. You about to go to Miami and get paid. You about to break the bank. Stop lying to yourself. You're in the moment, and you should be. You're in the moment celebrating. But we all know in a month from now.
Mike Evans said, just cut my contract. So everyone can come back.
Let's not act like they're not in the moment. They in the honeymoon phase. You know how that goes?
If that happens, though, you're like, what the hell is Brady doing down there? Like, he's got something on people, nuts. Some type of like spell
everybody
on
should
people.
Start taking pay cuts. AB come back for $1 million. Man, I just really wanted to be here with Tom. Mike Evans restructured his contract. He playing for $7 million. You're like, bro, wait a minute now. Hold on. Y'all throwing off the cap. Y'all all right? I don't like how y'all doing this right now. Yeah. But obviously, like I said, Leonard Fournette is up there. We talked about Aaron Jones. Then you got the VIP list, right? This is your Hall of Fame running backs. LaShawn McCoy, Adrian Peterson, Frank Gore. They're in there. They're available. If you're looking for that, 33, 36, 38 years old.
I think AP can still play. I really do.
He's only 36.
I think he can still play, though.
He played last year for $1 million.
I think he can get 1,000 yards.
He played for $1 million.
Yeah. He just loves to play.
He can't catch, though. He don't catch, though.
Yeah, true.
He downhill, one-dimensional.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he was running behind that Detroit line, so, But ultimately, man, I feel like there's still a good amount of guys. Obviously, your boy L. Bell, he's still available. Not a lot of mileage on him.
Marlon Mack,
Gus Edwards.
Injury?
Yeah, I like Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack reminded me of Aaron Jones. Like, before Marlon Mack got hurt, Marlon plays just like Aaron. In fact, I like him better because he's faster. He has a little bit more top end to him. Aaron is just a smooth guy, though. You watch Aaron play, he's just smooth, man. Very patient, great vision. But Marlon, I'm like, yo, Marlon, he reminds me of him. Marlon's just young. And obviously he's coming off the ACL, so depending on how you feel about that, but I'm not opposed to it.
Chris Carson? You were high on him last year.
Well, I like him in Seattle's offense because of it's more downhill thumping, power running, you know what I mean? And it's perfect for their play action. We don't run a lot of that. We run a lot of come out the gun and run from there. I don't think he's built for that. I think he's more built for like a Cleveland Browns situation. Okay. Like him in that offense with Stefanski, I think he's perfect for that. I don't think he fits what we're trying to do though, personally.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man. So, I like the list. Though. It's a good amount. This is my thing. We have options. That's the big thing I'm trying to point out right here, man.
Okay, so first we need the decision on Ben then probably to understand what our cap space is going to be.
And we're still waiting on the conversation to happen. We talked to, on one of my other shows, I was talking with Mark Cabali, and he was saying that they never set a date in terms of when the conversation will happen this week. They just simply said it would be this week. So we're all just kind of
Thursday.
Yeah. So we're all just kind of like, all right. And is this like because this is going to be like the preliminary, hey, this is what we're thinking from a number. This is what we're thinking from a number conversation. And then from there, obviously you go back and forth. And this is just the first step. It's not saying that a move will be made either way, but at least this lets you know which direction they're going, because we're saying running back at 24. The beat writers are saying running back at 24, but that's under the premise of Ben coming back. If Ben isn't back, you could throw away whatever we talking about at 24 to be a quarterback, regardless if they got to reach for him or not. Like that would be the move, unless they went out there and paid somebody,
Yeah.
But until we know that part, I think, like you said, man, we're not going to be able to really know that, hey, this is what they're going to do right there, man.
Well, it seems that way. The interesting thing, though, about this with these running backs, you're going to have to sign them before the draft.
Yeah.
So, man, you're not going to know if Harris or Etienne's going to be available or not.
So you have to ask yourself, if you're the scouts, mock draft yourself, right? Mock draft as if I was the Jags. Mock draft as if I was this team and that team, and ask myself, okay, could I pass on Travis Etienne? Could I pass on Najee Harris if I'm picking right now? Now, I've seen some mocks where they have literally quarterbacks going the first 5 picks. We've never seen it happen, but
All
Todd
5.
McShay, yeah, he literally had, bro, I promise you, like literally, he had Trevor Lawrence going first. He had the kid from BYU going second.
Where did he come from?
No, he's been around.
I know he's been skyrocketing up these draft boards.
These past 2 years, like between not this season, last season was his like crazy, and then this year it was just the icing on the cake. That's why he's
to have him over Fields now.
Yeah, they have him, but honestly, they've always had him over Fields. Fields popped back in the conversation because of the end of the season, what he did during the playoffs. I mean,
Fields was too last year though, but Wilson but usurped him beginning of this year. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the thing. And then towards the end, like I said, because of how Fields played, it got back in the conversation. Oh, well, maybe him. But literally, they have those 3. So Lawrence, Wilson, Fields. Then they have Trey Lance. No. They have Trey Lance going literally top 4 picks. They got Lance at 4. Then they have, I forgot who was picking at 10. They have somebody trading back at 10. And that's where Mac Jones they had going at.
Okay.
Yeah, so they literally had all 5 of those guys going in the top 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why I'm like, if that's the case, that's a little different. Then you probably do get running backs falling. But you got to see, okay, are these teams really going to be that heavy or hungry on quarterbacks and willing to pull the trigger on these guys, especially a guy like Trey Lance? You take a 1AA guy at the 4th overall pick with 1 game this year in a season of tape. That's risky. That's real questionable right there, man.
A lot of people are high on him, huh?
Yeah, he could ball. And I don't want to say that because of, that's how we lost our natty championship. To this dude, he was the one. He broke our back. He was the one we didn't have an answer for. We had an answer for everything else. They couldn't stop a lot of that, but we didn't have an answer for that right there, and that ultimately killed us. So you watch him. Yes, he's dynamic. He can throw. He can run with the best of them. Like, he checks every box. Like, you talk about with the wave of the NFL, how it's going. He's like that. He's in that new vein, So he can come in here and do it, and I understand why they're high on him. For me, it's just the whole conversation of, when you're at North Dakota State, same as when you're at JMU. It's no different. It's the 1AAs of your, it's like the Alabamas and Clemson's of 1AA, right? So typically when you're out there, you got the best players. So open for him, it's like wide open. It's yards, plural of separation. At the NFL, is different. At the NFL, open is, all right, I'm on the back hip. You need to put that ball on his front hip. That's open in the NFL. And I don't know. I haven't watched him enough to know if he's accurate enough to throw to that level. But if I'm taking him at 4 overall, I need to be very confident that he can do those things and lead this franchise.